Hi, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. Whatever time zone you are at, greetings. Greetings from the universe. Greetings for something that's nagging, a nagging, sorrowful issue that happened. We've read in the paper, we all know about the plane crash in India, bound for London, that even before it just got off the runway, it crashed. And killing all aboard, all 244 people, as well as crashing into a building, a med school, a cafeteria, in which more lives were lost. Now, we do know what's happened between India and Pakistan. We do know that things are often not what they seem to be. And it's hard to imagine the Indian technicians who would allow a plane to not even launch into the atmosphere to all of a sudden lose power. It's very suspicious, isn't it? Very suspicious. And we know that wars are fought not only by, hello, wars are fought not only by bang bang, shoot you right now. Hi Audrey, how are you? They're also fought guerrilla style. Was this a cruel show of power, show of getting even, show of something? It could have been. It could have very well been. So we're going to have to ask the universe. We're going to have to ask the spirit, the great spirits, the great supreme spirit. Was this an act of guerrilla warfare? Was this a terrorist act by Pakistan towards India to get even for something, to show a power? War is all about killing, maiming, harming, creating an atmosphere of fear. And of course, what more fearful than getting on a plane simply to go to one place to another, and then having something as macabre and disgusting and nasty as the plane losing power and all lives lost. The doomed plane. The doomed plane. The doomed people. Did you wake up and know that you were going to die that day? And die in such a... No. It's the element of surprise. That's why it's suspicious. I can't imagine how the plane checked out. It was good. It was good to go. People were on board. That type of incompetence. So let's ask the spirits. Let's ask the great spirit of the universe to give us some intel. Were people actually the plane that faulty, or was this an act of terrorism? Was this a sabotage? Was this what it appears it possibly could have been? Could have been. Let's see. Let's take a few. Let's just see in this light, this mystical light. Let's see. What do we have here? All right. Let's see. Let's take a few cards from the universe and see if it's. I mean, wars are not beautiful experiences. Wars are treachery. Wars are without morals. I mean, you can't kill people honorably. I mean, people don't want to die for some sort of cause that they do not believe in or sign up to. And we're just going to we'll investigate this. I mean, things are happening very fast worldwide. And we live in one world right now. We do live in one world. And we do know that these planes, was happening in the United States. People were like strange, stupid, irresponsible deaths occurring. Is the same thing happening over there? It's the same. Let's see now. What does the spirit say? What does the spirit say? Let's pick this one, this card here. Now, this is the dark, communing with the elements of the ether, getting into the geometry of the universe. It's dark where I am. It's still night or early morning. The sun has not, dawn has not set. Dawn has not set. It is dark. It is dark. We all live under the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. The heavens. Do we just go around in a loop? Things happen over and over and over again. According to whose whim? According to what? Preemptive strike? A guerrilla strike? Was that it? Hello, how are you? Nice for you to join. Hi, Avery. How are you? Nice to join. What do you think it could be? What do you think? That plane crash could happen anywhere. It could happen in Nairobi. It could happen in Paris. It didn't even launch. It didn't even get up. It didn't even have a chance. There's people laughing and stilling and just anticipating being in London. And then the horror of it all. The horror of it all. All right, we took one more card into this. We'll take this one. All right, let's find out. Let's say if we can get a message from Spirit and find out if this was something. Okay, the first card we get, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. That is an auspicious one for, was this a terrorist act? Very auspicious. The Queen of Wands, embracing fire, embracing pestilence, embracing a situation. Whenever you think of something happening negative, something violent, then you have one of the wands, the fire element, the prickly tension. And what do we have here? We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. That's definitely an instant reaction. Definitely an instant reaction. Definitely something that, like, pay attention, an agent trying to put something right in the front of the face. Don't have time to think, don't have time to reflect. Horror right there and then and there. An act of. Then we have this. It's almost as though we have a partnership. Maybe it was two particular forces to agitate the war between Pakistan and India. It could be Two of Pentacles, a paid agent, a partnership. It wasn't a one-person thing. It wasn't a one-off. No, it was not a one-off. The Two of Pentacles. The next card we get, Sneaky. The sneak card. Do you see that? The sneak card. The sneak card. The Seven of Wands. It smells peculiar. Don't you smell some kind of cinder? Can't you just inhale and feel that something was up? Something suspicious. The plane didn't even make it into the sky. It just fell. What falls like that? What falls like that? What technician would send a plane and give the okay for takeoff? Suspicious. We have the Seven of Wands. Sneaky. A sneaky covert, guerrilla action. Then we have, what do we have this one? The Wheel of Fortune. It almost seems like it was definitely the moment to put the fear, the moment they had the attention. The Wheel of Fortune, bad fortune, not good fortune, the wheel. The wheel, it was a fortuitous, that's a word, making it up maybe. It was the moment to get the most attention. The moment. Can't you just see it? Somebody smoking a cigarette by looking in the waiting area section of the airport, watching that happen. The light show, the trauma, the fear, heighten, heighten, heighten. And what would it do? The Seven of Wands. The Seventh of Wands. Charge an atmosphere that one would think twice. One would, the fear, the fear, the fear, the fear element, the kinetic. How did it start? Everything was already boom. They didn't even have time to collect themselves. They didn't even get like the time to like put the pen down at the control center of the airport when it happened. It happened. Uh, agitation, agitation, definite agitation. No, definite agitation. And then this Fool card could almost be how can you even think that it was how can you even divine who did it? It was so fast. I mean, people are in tragedy and stupor. It's shock, 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 shock. The Fool, the role play, the role play. Very suspicious, isn't it? Very suspicious. Very suspicious. And then this card we have here, sorrow, the fear element, the dead, the dead. It seems like very well that this is not an ordinary, just careless malfunction of machinery, but this is indeed something that was pre-planned. And will they share it? This is something that was pre-planned. I'm going to leave this as this right now because it's very. Look at the way that it just the cards go, the message that we're getting. We have this, the main thing. It was the sneak card, the Fool, the strife of the Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands. The Fool, meaning it can be interpreted many ways, and we have the eight, no, the nine of Swords, the regret, the pain, and the suffering that it caused, and the suspicious seven. Look at all these wands. The message, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands. What is this message saying? What is it saying? It's saying sabotage. It was sabotage. Sabotage. By whom? By whom? Who has to gain? Who has to gain? And there was a partnership in this. The Two of Pentacles, meaning it was not just one party. It was not a lone person. This was a premeditated. It was not just a mechanical malfunction. No, something message. Very kinetic and very disturbing. And it's something that is hard to investigate, isn't it? Unless someone had a bit of consciousness, a bit of consciousness, and confessed, or knew something, or just had regret. Regret. Who will be blamed? Who will be blamed if feel suspicious. I would say this plane crash that happened in Gatwick, India, is suspicious, very suspicious. And it is not a normal, it does not feel an accident. It does not feel an accident. I'll leave it as that. So we're going to see, what do you think? Does it sound like it's something that would have happened? An accident? Or does it sound like something that was, or does it sound like something that was, somebody had a motive behind it? There was a purpose to this, a purpose to not to let the India, Pakistan strife, attacks calm down. It was something to provoke. It was a provocative, planned act. That's what the universe is telling us. That it was something that happened that was no accident. It's very suspicious. It's very suspicious. So if you have any comments, please add, please feel free to comment. And if you feel something smells in this accident, well, you're onto something. You're onto something. We can't just be taking information and going, oh hum, and write it off. We can't do that. So to my subscribers, thank you for joining, listening to this at any point that you choose to listen to it. And for those who haven't subscribed, think about this. Think about guerrilla warfare, because we have a lot of wars in our future, in our present future, domestically, out of our own Pacific countries, and abroad. In our own Pacific countries and abroad. And of course, there's a lot more disturbances. There's a lot more violence to come. And there's picking sides. How can you pick a side? It's very disturbing. Very disturbing. Well, anyway, think about these things, because we should all be mindful of who and what is doing these horrible things. And the state of mind involved, the state of mind that's trying to take the populations of different countries towards a very bad place. Who are these lunatics that are doing this? Who are these non-humans? These unempathetic, shallow, hollow, empty humans going along with it. Who are they? Who are they? That's what we have to be concerned about and ask ourselves and be vigilant. And don't take someone's word verbatim. Think about it logically. Think about it as you would do. Would you? I mean, would you, if you were a technician, would you send that plane up there to be not even 5 minutes in the air? Boom. Or maybe 5 minutes in the air. Not much more. Would you okay that? Would you okay that plane for takeoff? If you had the slightest, excuse me, if you had the slightest doubt about safety, I doubt if you would. I know you would not. All right, I'm going to leave this and ponder where we're going as a people. Where we're going? Where are we going as humanity? What direction? What changes are necessary to change this violence and state of fear and retaliation about face? Change it. And also get to the bottom of this very insane act. Insane acts of violence. Okay? Be mindful of where you are and the people around you. It's necessary. Listen to yourself, your inner clock. Don't be swayed. All right? Until the next time, Mystic Moons is out. Pondering.